Tempo has reached critical level. Tempo has reached critical level.
Bounce. I like you. Bounce. Come here, girl.
Hey guys, I'm going to show you a little technique that I'm getting a lot of requests. I guess I didn't show enough of my Manips. Was the color restoration that you guys actually need once you do make the Manip. I'm just gonna do something. I'm just gonna do a Manip real fast so that you guys could see how this one is. The color is really yellow compared to Kristen's, like a little bit more normal. So let me just do these Manips real fast so you guys could get an idea of what I'm talking about. Again, they're not going to be perfect because I'm just, my big concentration for you guys is color restoration type of thing than for me to actually care about these Manips type of thing. So let's say, pretending this is one of them. I'm just going to minimize it for a second because I have another one I want to show you as well. See, like this one's kind of like the other one where it's a little bit more reddish and yellowish than this one, so it's a little bit more simpler. Let's do values 500. No, this one's pretty large, so I'm just gonna do 700. So okay, those are going to be my two examples. But let's do this one first. Okay. Once you have your Manip, of course it will look better than mine. Do not flatten it at this point. Leave them sitting on top of each other. Like this one has, this is the background, the original one. Like if I erase this, you see how it's there. So leave them like that, because now you're going to go to image and you're going to go adjustments. When you go to adjustments, you scroll down where it says hue saturation, you click on it, and now I'm just going to put it side by side so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm not sure if I did this last time where you were able to see it better. So now we are in Kristen's, which to me it might need a little bit more lighten up, so I'm gonna do that next. So actually, let me just do that now, because hers was a little bit too dark to me, so I'm just gonna lighten it a little. So if you didn't saw that, you go to image adjustments, brightness and contrast, and you just scroll, to your liking, because if you want to, so forth. But I think just right there, and then we go a little bit here, just a tiny bit, and then you click on background, because that's going to be where Chris is at. Then we go back down to the hue saturation, and we're going to take all that red and yellow out of him. So you see how it's in default, it's always going to be a master. So you click on reds, and you see, like, if you move it, it shows there's a lot of red in him. So you just do a little bit here, not too much, doesn't help you like a ghost. And same thing for the yellow. And then you click OK. And now you do the same thing that you did to Kristen, you do it to him because he's a little bit dark. And when you lighten up, it's gonna show a little yellow, a little red. So you go back and you do the same thing where you take all those colors a bit off of him. I think I did yellow, so I'm just gonna do reds. See, it's a little bit better than it was before. So now we could flatten it. And I do recommend using an action just because it kind of like blends them together better. That's just what I do. Doesn't mean that you have to do it, but when you have an action, some of them, they kind of make them a little bit funkier. But if you just do it regular, but for my action, I have to line up a little, and then I go ahead and see it's a little more decent. That's one example. And if you still think that he's a little bit too, red or whatever, you go and mess with that. I mean, you have to do it a few times, whatever, to make it perfect. But that's just one example. Let's do the same thing for these two. I think his coloring is perfect to me. It's not too bright, it's not too dark, doesn't have too much red, yellow, etc. For Megan, we're just gonna do a lot of work to her because she has a lot of, it's the screen cap, the color of the room, whatever. And so I'm gonna mess first with the red, and then I think she has yellow, not sure, yeah, just slightly. And then get rid of that, and then you're gonna light her up by a lot. See how it's kind of similar. And let me just darken him just a tiny bit. I think I did too much. And she still has the red. Now we go back into lining it up. I mean, as you can tell, you have to go back to a lot of the steps over and over, because once you mess with one option, it kind of makes the red that you took out a little bit more vibrant. So I mean, you have to go back and forth with them, but once you're done with it, if when you notice the red that she had is all gone, you know, most of it. And so they're kind of like a little bit better with each other, you know, as far as Manip. And like I said, this is just an example. They're not going to be perfect. So once I flatten it and I do my action, it should be a little better. You see? So I know you guys requested that, so that's just the two examples I'm gonna use for this one. So if you have any other questions or concerns of you know, what you're having trouble with your Manips, just shoot me a comment or email. You know, I'll try my best to explain it. Thank you.